Good evening, everyone. How are you? I am back again. As you know, I am myself Simon, the voice with sense. Tonight, I'm here. I will be speaking with a very powerful man. He's a man that I adore. I love him. I love him so much. So he's working very hard to ensure that his mother tongue is always in the map in the social media. He was born in March in 1980 in Shilubana, Limpopo, which is a province within South Africa. At the age of 15 years old, he started playing basketball. He's a very powerful man. He matriculated in 1980, in 1988, in 1998, um, at a school called Matthew Posa College, which is in Mpumalanga. In 1999, he went to University of Venda to do Bachelor of Sciences, which he ended up not completing it. In 2000, he went to Tshwane University of Technology to do industrial engineering, and he did not complete it also. Uh, um, so the reason why he did not complete it is because he was pursuing his career of modeling in Italy, which he ended up not pursuing it after he got an opportunity to do speech and drama in one of the theaters in South Africa, which is called South African Theatre. He was mentored by a playwright and director called Mpumelelo Paul Grootboom. Afrikaans very difficult. He's a husband anyway, he's a father, he's an actor, he's a director, he's a producer, and he's a businessman. He's a very loving father, very loving husband. He played roles in Zamazama, in My Father's War, in Gyan Land of Blood, he in Bone of My Bones, and also Guilty in Kalushi, which is a move about the story of Solomon Mahlang. He's playing there as Lucas Mahlang. And he played many other roles in many other movies in this country. He's a chairman of Midrand Heat Basketball Club. He's a founder of Father Figure ZA, which is a foundation which seeks to integrate fathers back to their family in order for them to have family units. He's a very, very powerful man. He has been nominated in many other awards. In 2005, he was nominated for Naledi Award. In 2010, was nominated for um, Mama Community Award for uplifting his mother tongue, which is Tonga. In 2016, he was nominated for Fame Best Actor for a very, very, very luxury bioscope called Love Specialist. So in 2015, also he was nominated for Nkuna Royal House Award. He's a very, very powerful man. Ladies and gentlemen, just help me to welcome Ntate um, N Shilubana. His name is Fumani N Shilubana. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm well, and you?
Nakeza swinene ku namuhla ku va na mina majump lawa.
Look, Kezeme, after we tried a couple of times and it couldn't happen, but eventually it happened.
Yes. No, it's an honor to speak to you. You know, like when you hear people like saying all the things, like I've just tried to summarize of who you are, what you have achieved so far in life. When you hear people saying that you have played in more than 15 movies, so how does that make you feel?
It means I'm old. It means I've been alive for a very long time. And that's quite scary. But I'm happy about it. I mean, at least what I sought out to do after dropping out for so many two courses, 2 degrees that I dropped out from. Eventually, I found something I love, and then I'm still pursuing it. And 20 years later, I'm still doing it. It makes me very proud and very happy to still have continued on that path.
Mm. So when your journey like started,
It started in, okay, at 14, I did a play in high school. And it was after I approached one of my guidance teachers to say, why don't we have drama here at school? And then she met with this other lady. I think it was at the time when AIDS was a big thing at the time. And then she met with the other lady, and they said, kids are interested in doing drama. And then I did a play, just all improvised play. And at the end of the time, I won an award. That was the first time I went on stage. And then my other time was when I was 21, when I went to State Theatre. And then that's where I would say that's where I started, 2001. But officially, I went on stage when I was 14 years old.
Like State Theatre in Pretoria?
Yes, it was at State Theatre in Pretoria. That's where I got my training, my professional training at the State Theatre. First met a lady called Irene Mate. She was my first mentor. And then my long mentor, the person who taught us, well, not taught us, but who really made me to stuck in and put the nails in it. It was Paul Grootboom. It was Mpumelelo Paul Grootboom. He's not Afrikaans, by the way. So it was him. I was with him for a good 10 years almost, but in the 10 years, it was first 4 years, it was a lot of training, stage plays. And then the other 6 years, we did a lot of plays at the State Theatre in Grahamstown, the National Arts Festival at overseas. So that's what the 10 years that I spent with Paul Grootboom. But State Theatre, that's where I learned the craft properly.
So is it right to say that there's a lot of opportunity for Xitsonga content after the establishment of Xikulu multimedia company?
Yeah, I would like to say yes. At the same time, I'd like to say no. Yes, Iguri, Xikulu, our whole aim is to create content, Xitsonga content, and that's what we specialize in. And we will create, and we are creating content again. We just finished shooting a documentary, 4-part documentary in Mpumalanga, Justicia Village, somewhere in Bushbuckridge. So we've got other content developing besides that we shot. So there will be a lot of content. There is a lot of content, but we're not naive to think, Corey, it will just be an open arm, let's take, because Batsonga will be all open arms to receive it. We by so doing, we create shows that, yes, are stronger shows, but that can be consumed by anyone throughout the world. That way, that's how I think and I feel we can bridge the gap or make our language become a language that is respectable and that has a rich heritage. So yes, with Xikulu, we create a lot of shows, but I won't say here and sit here and be confident in saying, it's only for Tonga people. No, we're creating shows that everyone and anyone will be able to relate and be able to watch and see and enjoy our people at the same time.
No, that's very powerful. Like a content we create our karunganyani because it's very much powerful and always it has a message. I know like Mafanato is one of your work. You produce Mafanato.
Yeah. Oh, you
produce like many other movies. So it's like the content that you're producing, like it goes with the time and the era. So
yeah.
out of all the roles, okay.
No, I was saying it is. We try to look. You see, one thing that as content creators, as TV makers, not only TV makers, man. I would say this is a general life lesson or advise. When you are in any space of being creative, in corporate, wherever you are, just read the room. Read the room with what's needed and create per what's needed. I don't think you'll ever miss that way. But if you're going to be self-indulgent, and not reading the room, you end up with content that does not resonate with anyone. It just sits there. I mean, when we created Mafanato, our aim was not to do anything, but our aim was to say, let's just show anyone what we can do it. It was just about that. And then it's now on Showmax, and it's doing well here, I hear. So yeah, so you need to read the room and see what's needed, what's missing, and create based on that. That's what we do at Studio.
I know that's very powerful. You know, me personally, go out of all the work that you are doing. Like say, out of all the roles that you have played in Gyan Land of Blood, Bone of My Bones. You have played in Kalushe, which you are Lucas Mahlangu there, and many other movies. What is your favorite role out of all the plays, and can you tell me why you choose that role to be your favorite one?
Because
Mm.
I choose because simply because it's a character in a show that it's mainly Tonga people, and that's why I will always choose it. And I had fun playing it. It was very liberating playing it. So yeah, so I'll always choose because all the others that I've played, yeah, but because for me takes the cake because it's the first Tonga show of that magnitude ever in the world. It's the first Tonga show to be given that kind of spotlight, and it worked. By the way, the show worked, and a lot of people, young, old, related with Vukosi. Like there are memes everywhere till today. The show has been off air for close to 2 years now. That till today there are still memes about Vukosi. So clearly, he's my favorite character, and he created a subculture with everyone speaking like the guy, which for me it's a very, it's one that I would say I'll forever be grateful and be proud of.
Yeah, you know, came 2019. Actually, I can say came 2018. You started working. Like to me, she's a legend. Mama Yvonne Chaka Chaka, and
Yeah, no, I love that
she's
woman.
a
I love that
legend.
woman.
Talking to her, like when you knew, like Chaser Pictures approached you, you knew that you were going to work with her. By the way, you were part of people who were doing auditions there. You were auditioning people. So, what kind of feeling you experienced from that moment? Did you throw yourself up because knowing that song is going to be on SABC? Like SABC, it's a national TV. It's not maybe some community or what. How did you feel knowing that you'll be there? Your language is going to be on SABC. You're going to work with legends.
I was happy, and the reason why I was happy, Igori, and I said this, Igori, nothing of this magnitude has ever been done, especially for Tonga people. And if when SABC took a chance, because remember they took a chance because there was a lot of naysayers about how it won't work, how we are marginalized, how it does not make sense with numbers and blah blah blah. So there was a lot of pressure as well. Mara, for the fact that SABC took a chance on that show and commissioned it, and then it went on air and it did extremely well. I'm very proud, and during the auditions, I was very proud to actually be part of the people to help look for talent for this particular show. I remember when I saw Matao for the first time, I knew she was magic. You know, I
It's
knew,
amazing.
I knew she was magic, and I was I was happy that they took her. They took her because, yeah. So for the fact that I was there at the beginning of looking for talent. It was an honor for Chaka Pictures as well to save money, help us with this, and of course, with my late co-star and Mam Kendim Loy, may soul rest in peace. It was a very good process that we went through to choose and help find talent for this particular show. So I would do it again. Honestly, I would do it again.
Oh no, that's very nice. And see, season 2 is coming. We're waiting for it. We can't wait.
So discovery.
So like, what's your difficulties? Like, I know some few of your difficulties that you have encountered, like difficulties or things that were trying to stop you from succeeding in the filmmaking industry as an actor, as a producer, and also as a director.
I would say as an actor mostly, not as a director and a producer. Producer is easy. As a producer, you just produce what, like, say, I took an approach of producing what I want. I don't give a damn who says what. I just do what I want. I mean, it's easier as a producer because you've got equipment, you just go shoot. My fan art is a perfect example. We just went out and did what we wanted to do. We didn't have anyone sitting on our backs to say, no, stay this way, stay that way, no. No, it was us at our pace, at our time, and did it in a week, I think. A week and a half, we shot it. So as an actor, that's where the battle was, because I speak a language that is not popular. I speak a language that is not, it's seen as inferior. I'm from a tribe that is viewed as not people. So it made it very difficult to navigate my career. I think what helped me is just because I'm a very determined person. I'm very stubborn with what I want, and I'm very confident about who I am. So whoever tried to stop me and make me feel inferior about Kwamtsonga, it didn't faze me. I just did what I did. They would cast me, but no, play this character in another language. I said, okay, go to set, I speak Xitsonga. You won't recast me, because if you do, you're gonna have to pay me. But over and all, that was the biggest challenge, to being Mutsonga and trying to be part of this industry. But now things are a bit easier. There's a lot of Tonga actors, who are coming up. There's a lot of Tonga kids who are coming up. I'm glad I'm not the Tonga actor anymore. There are other actors. For me, that's the best thing. I would say the turn of a decade has brought for me, because I'm not the only Tonga actor anymore. There are others.
No, like your determination, dedication, you fully indlela ku van'wanyani va va kona. Like, speaking of Matabo, Nabo Wise Man Zita is an amazing actor. So Banyingi, who were inspired by your work, like Bone of My Bones, Kulmastonga, Love Specialist, Kulmastonga, Lingwanyana Ungakayona, I just forgot the name. Wena Mr. Mazibuko, and your brother comes from the city, thinks he's clever and stuff like that, want to take your wealth and stuff. Like in all your even TV series, like you do all your best to make sure Agustonga Shiba in the map, and because of what you have achieved, your dedication, your commitment, your consistency, like Songa Namuhla Shahlonpiwa, and yeah, like I'm proud, to be honest, like I'm proud of what you have achieved. Like anyway, after graduating, I'm coming with my I'm coming with my content. So
God,
um
please come. We will be
yes,
waiting for you,
I'm coming. Just be ready there. I'm coming.
for sure.
Um Say, I know that you started from nothing to something. I remember you posted on Instagram saying, the time you were starting like filming, you were not having equipment. Outrisa iPhone 4 to
Yes.
make a movie. like knowing that you started from nothing in your first film. Today you have your nice equipment. Looking at the moving pictures that I see in Mafanat and many other moves or films that you have produced, I see something interesting, something that captures the eye. So what kind of advice that you can give to young filmmakers like myself who are still at school, and people who are willing to be film what's this thing, script writers, people who are willing to be actors, directors, and producers?
One advice:
Mm,
you've got
mm,
a, you've got a 4K phone here.
mm,
You've got a 4K camera there. Take your camera, go shoot. Just
mm,
simple as that. Don't wait for. Don't think. Don't think. So
mm.
if you spend time thinking, you're not gonna shoot anything. If you spend time overthinking it, it will not happen. Forget it. It will not happen. Just take your phone, go shoot.
Yeah, it's not a matter maybe of trying to convince a man like yourself who has his own company, say, let me convince
No,
that Shilubana to support me, let me convince the Chaser Pictures, let me convince the figure thing to help me. It's about of matter of taking action.
how are you gonna convince me? Is you send me a movie that you've done.
Mm, mm, mm,
I see a clip of a film that you know, oh, there's something there. You know, the time has changed. Even us, you know, we're not pitching with papers anymore. You pitch we pitch Mafanato on Showmax with Mafanato, with a complete project that we shot. Had we taken that product, which it was taken before on TV, it was pitched on TV, it was turned down. But because it was shot and it was a final product, it's easy then to pitch it. And it's easy for people to see, oh, this way it's going. But then if you're gonna still have to go explain, Corey, now my show this, my show that, you're not creating it, you are pitching to 5 people. Once you're saying what you're saying, there's 5 different pictures in their heads.
mm.
Instead of having a film that you show them with. So don't wait for no one. Wait for no one. Take your phone, take your camera, go shoot. Go shoot. Don't think about anything else. Just shoot, because at the end of the day, it is your skill of how you shoot that will help you open up your doors and improve on what is it that you want to do. I mean, there's no point for you to say, I'll wait for Fumani to come and help me. I've got a lot of things to do. I have a lot. And then you end up becoming dejected by saying, oh, I'm not going to phone. Not that. You're not the only one who has been asking for help. There is a lot others. So by the time you come, I've already made like 100 commitments. And besides those commitments that I've made, there are commitments that I've made to myself that I need to fulfill. So if you don't take time and do it for yourself and let your work speak for you, you only want to help and find someone to help you, you are wasting time.
That's what I have realized. That's what I have realized. Like this thing of submitting a treatment, or like I can try to explain to you, you are not going to have the full idea of what I have, maybe the kind of content that I have in my head, the kind of the message that I wish to communicate out there. So
You,
saying like,
I'm saying you'll never. I mean, a good example with that. Good example with that. Will Smith, they pitched the Matrix to Will Smith.
mm,
Those two, was Yankee brothers, which were now sisters. They pitched the Matrix to Will Smith. They had a meeting with Will Smith. They sat with him. They pitched it to him. But the way they pitched it, it did not ring with him. He thought these guys are crazy. Guess what happened to Matrix? It became it became a big thing. Today he talks about it, God damn it, because of a pitch. Because of a pitch. So pitches are not necessarily bad, but they create different pictures in other people's minds and they don't see what you are doing. But if you shoot what you want to show and say, this is what I want to show you, no one's going to come and tell you that that's wrong. What is wrong?
This is my idea, my content.
Exactly.
So, sir, what kind of advice you can give students who are studying filmmaking, drama and art, and who are majoring in script writing? Because this is one of the things that you are doing.
Well, I don't do. I the partner who writes. My partner, Shisim Mabas, is the one who writes. I just create stuff, and then he does the writing most of the time. But the advice that I would give to any filmmaker, be it writer, director, whatever you are, make sure that you create content and be self-reliant with your content. There's YouTube, there's all these platforms that you can put your content towards. Don't rely on broadcasters because you will be dejected. You will feel good, oh no, I'm looking for nothing. Keep shooting. But the biggest advice I'll give them, make sure that you create other business ventures through your art. Don't only rely on your art. If you rely only on your art, one day you're gonna have kids and you realize actually you need more than your art. So that's the biggest advice I'll give you guys. Don't only rely on it, but create content for yourself. There's not enough content out there. And authentic content, by the way.
Yeah, like to me, I can say that there are a lot of opportunities. Netflix is looking for content, Showmax, Amazon Prime, they're looking for content.
For sure.
So, sir, what are you busy with? What can we expect from you next?
Okay, right now I'm in post-production of a show called Timbita Television. It's a docu-series showcasing how Watsonga cooked food in the ancient times and in the olden days. So it's called Timbita Television. We shot it at Bushback Ridge. It's a 4-part miniseries, docu-series. So that's what we're busy with now. We're busy editing it. That's what we're in the process of.
Yeah, no, I will be waiting. I can't wait to eat that.
You will love
that content.
You will love it. You will love it.
By the way, sir, I'm waiting for your book to explain how you got married in Mahalisburg without many guests. You mentioned that. I'm waiting for your book that will be explaining that. It can help me to save money.
No, don't worry. I can give you that advice without even getting a book. Don't worry about people. Just get your few people, and you will save money, and then you will make sure you complete your marriage with no debts.
No, no. That's very powerful. No, like knowing that you got married there, like few guests. To me, was like this is a well-known man. He has connection everywhere. Has a lot of friends. But why he chose like to invite few people?
It's the same thing because who's gonna feed them?
Mm-hmm.
So rather take that money. If your budget is 50,000, you take 10,000, you feed them, and you spend the rest of the 40,000 on you and your wife. That's a smart way of doing a marriage, a wedding. Not spending 500,000 on people and spending 2,000 on yourself. It does not work like that. Spend the rest, few nyana on them.
You have kids like a son and a daughter. You must budget for them to go to varsity. So that's very important.
You see?
Say what is your last message before I let you go?
Uh, Firstly, thanks for inviting me. Thanks for not giving up, even though we had a couple of ups and downs before this interview. Uh, I would say the advice to you: keep on with that same uh, not giving up attitude. That's very good. You need that to survive in this world, not only in the industry or anywhere else, but in the world. You need to be persistent. That's good. It's not many people who ask me for something, especially on social media, and I say yes. I normally I reject a lot of things. So uh, because also you are persistent. In terms of in all, guys, let's live life of respecting one another. Let's live life of understanding as black people where we are. We are in a very something new is being born where we've not met Simon. We're meeting for the first time right now. But I came on board because I understood that you are creating a brand. And with what I've achieved with where I am, I can only help you so much by coming on board. It's not only me coming here to be interviewed by you, it's me understanding, Kuri, I'm creating a currency for you. You are creating a currency for me. So that's what we think my biggest advice would be. As black people right now, we are the currencies for each other. We don't have the money to invest in businesses, in ideas that we want to explore. But we have each other, we have ourselves, we can put ourselves and our time to creating each other's brands. They grow and they become better. And then that's where the money starts to generate, and it becomes. That's how we create our generational wealth from that point of view. Because we don't have money to put in now, but we have ourselves, our time, our talent, our I would say our clout a bit that we can use to help each other grow with. So when I came on this platform, I came up knowing very well what I'm doing. So it was not only just to say, oh, I'm getting an interview. No, I knew what I'm doing in a bigger picture, helping to contribute towards growing the black community, growing the black media space moguls. With us supporting each other in business and like this, our kids are in good space.
Uh, I, sh- I feel honored. Akunbana Chente interviewer tonight. Like you are a legend. Looking at what you have achieved, you deserve a doctorate award.
Ah,
And I must
I would take
I must
it.
seriously, like say you have worked so hard, you have achieved a lot of things. Like you are a legend. Seriously, you deserve doctorate award. The Department of Arts and Culture must consider this one. It's a very important thing.
My case was
Uh,
mine. My case.
so, Nkesashnen, it's an honor, a pleasure to me, and I feel very honored, humbled to be able to talk to you. My regards to everyone, and I will see you next time. It's a good night from myself.
Have a great evening.
Thanks everyone who managed to join me. As you know, I am Marcel Simon, the voice with sense. Next week, Thursday, 8 o'clock to 8:30, I will be live again. Be live with a very massive man. I love him a lot. It's from a national TV, by the way. Also, it's playing in two drama, if not three, that are currently playing. So he's an actor. Also, I will be talking to him. I love him a lot. He's a very nice guy. Saturday, I'll be live with a musician. He's a dancer. Hey, that guy is massive. He's married, by the way. So yeah, I am here. I am here for quite some time. I'll be appreciative if you like my Facebook channel. Like yes, my Facebook channel. You like, you can share, and you subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it. Let others know what you are doing. To me, it means a lot having you. Thank you, Zenan, a lot. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, and everyone who managed to join me. I am very, very much appreciative for myself, Simon, the voice, the sense. It's a good night.